Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, recently in Chowan County in Edenton, a former state senator's wife discovered an escaped inmate sleeping in her car. Very own Amarachi Uche caught up and has more on the story.
Marie Steinberg says she never used to lock her car doors until her husband, former state senator Bob Steinberg, suggested it.
He always told me to lock them, and I said, I've got nothing in the car. Nobody can take anything, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Sunday night, the Steinbergs received an emergency notice
warning that there was a inmate on the loose, and he could be armed and dangerous.
That inmate was 23-year-old Charles Babb, who escaped from the Chowan County Detention Center. Marie Steinberg locked all the doors in the home, but forgot her car. Getting ready to head to work the next day, she pressed the unlock button on her car.
And I saw something moving in the car.
It was Babb, still in his orange jumpsuit and covered in a blanket he'd found in their garage.
When I saw the orange jumpsuit, I knew that that was the guy that, they were hunting for.
Startled, Steinberg says Babb jumped out of the backseat of the car and stated over and over that he was cold. To stall him, Steinberg offered to get him a coat from inside.
He said no, and he kind of started backing down toward the driveway, heading out. And as he was doing that, I was backing up the back steps so that I could get in the house as fast as I could.
She told her husband, Bob Steinberg, about the surprise visitor.
And she said, the guy that escaped from jail that we heard about last night, he's in my car. And I said, he's in your car.
He called 911, and minutes later, Babb was captured by Edenton police a few houses down. It's an encounter that taught Marie Steinberg an important lesson.
Oh, one thing for sure, I've got to make sure I lock my car.
And again, that was Amarachi Uche reporting. We now want to turn to the ongoing trial of Luigi Mangione as body camera footage of his arrest in the McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania was recently released. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has more.
This morning, compelling new video of the moment Luigi Mangione was confronted by police in a Pennsylvania McDonald's following a nationwide manhunt. A judge making the body cam footage public for the first time.
Yes, sir. There you go. Here, put your mask down real quick for me. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yes.
The restaurant's manager called 911 after customers raised the alarm.
What's your name? Mark. What is it?
Mark.
Mark?
Yes, sir.
Mark what?
Rosario.
Rosario? Someone called. They thought you were suspicious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is your ID on you?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Mangione then pulls out his wallet, calmly handing the officer a fake driver's license.
Thought she looked like someone.
One responding officer stepping away to call in the license number before learning the New Jersey ID was a fake.
26, 27, 29 enemy.
The encounter bringing an end to a nearly 5-day search for Mangione, the suspect accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. In court Tuesday, a responding officer, Stephen Fox, testifying he escorted the Ivy League grad to his arraignment exactly 1 year ago. And Mangione reacted to the crowd in the courtroom, saying, "All these people are here for a mass murderer. Wild." The focus of Tuesday's hearing, once again, the authorities' search of Mangione's backpack. The defense wants everything found in that backpack, including a gun and a critical notebook, excluded from the upcoming trial, arguing Mangione was illegally searched by police without a warrant, violating his constitutional rights. Officer Fox telling the court, "I was afraid that there was an item in that bag that could harm human life." Prosecutors say that concern for safety justified a warrantless search.
And again, that was Stephanie Gosk reporting. We now turn to your weather forecast. It's going to be another cool day here in eastern North Carolina, at least cooler than average. But compared to yesterday, we're actually looking at a little bit more warmth thanks to some southwesterly winds. Right now, air temperatures are kind of cruising by yesterday's highs. Currently looking at the low 40s in New Bern along the Neuse River. Feels like 36 though. Again, just because your air temperature shows one thing doesn't mean it feels that warm outside. Winds are going to be breezy today, but the winds are actually going to be what helps warm us up. A south-southwesterly wind right now blowing in at 10 miles an hour across New Bern will help boost our air temperatures into the low to mid 50s later on this afternoon. Now, current temperatures again in the upper 30s, back towards I-95, into the 40s though once you get a little bit further east of 95 as you approach the water. Right now you're looking a little bit more heat. Right now 49 degrees in Cape Hatteras, 50 degrees in Stumpy Point. We're going to be seeing more of the 50s later on this afternoon thanks to the winds. Right now winds blowing in at about 7 to 15 miles per hour sustained. Winds later on this afternoon going to be around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained throughout many inland areas. Could even perhaps get higher than that. 15, 20 miles an hour sustained winds are expected along the coast, with Hatteras potentially getting up to around a 25 mile an hour sustained wind today. Gusts obviously will be a little bit higher. We're looking at around 20 to 30 mile per hour gust potential for inland areas today along the coast. Anticipate 25 to 35 mile per hour gusts. It is going to be a warm breeze though, but it's only going to be here for a day. As you can see, as we make our way into Thursday morning, the winds shift again. Instead of out of the southwest, we're going to be looking at northwesterly winds, and that is going to bring in the cooler air. I do want to say good morning to Amanda Bloom. Thank you so much for joining me from Maysville and Jacksonville. Yeah, it is certainly cool, and I know Jess calling for some snowflakes. I don't think we're going to get them at least over the next 5 days. But note how I said the next 5 days. We are going to again be staying cool coming up for your Thursday as well as Friday. In fact, Friday highs in the mid 40s, not going to be out of the question. Here's a look at the cold air that's going to be moving in. Again, you can see all the moisture gets kind of caught up along the mountains, and then as that whole system moves in, it still brings in the cold air, but it's missing out on moisture. So that opportunity, is Jess is calling for it, snowflakes not looking likely, at least with this system. But we've got another system on the way. Again, the more of these low pressure systems come out of Canada, the farther south they sink, and the more moisture they contain, the better our odds are of seeing some snowflakes. It's not going to happen though over this weekend. Saturday, 60 degrees. Sunday, we're going to be seeing again that next round of moisture roll in. Hard to again get anything to come out of the sky frozen when you're looking at air temperatures that warm. By Monday, though, we get the chill back. Overnight lows Sunday night into Monday, and Monday night into Tuesday, down at 20 degrees. That means there will be some areas that fall all the way down into the teens for Monday morning and Tuesday morning. Get ready for the chill. It is going to be with us. Of course, we're not quite to the start of astronomical winter quite just yet, but certainly we can feel that the weather is changing and we are getting colder a little bit sooner this year than in previous years. Yeah, Amanda, hopefully we get a good snowfall this year. I concur. I'm hoping so as well. And just judging by the pattern we're seeing temperature-wise, it does look like we're going to be more set up for a potential snow event if we get the moisture to come with it. Right now, I think the hardest thing to do in eastern North Carolina is to get those temperatures down to a snow supporting level. Next week, we will be at that point, and ground temperatures again are going to really start to fall below freezing on a more frequent rate, and that opens the door up for not just snowflakes, but a potential for some snow accumulation down the road. Of course, nothing on your 8-day forecast is showing anything that resembles snow, but the cold air that is going to be with us will certainly help in that regard. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.